Hey, what is up, everybody? Everybody, what is up? Of course, I am Gorophobe. Tonight, like I promised, it's going to be another physical media show. It's going to be featuring Scream Factory for all you Scream Factory fans out there. Um, Talk to probably one of the biggest Scream Factory fans that I know Jerry, if you guys know him. And he's like, this guy, think how many he has. I think I have somewhere between three and 400 maybe. So we won't go forever on this, but I will be stopping to talk about this and that, and all this kind of stuff. The show was originally going to be my Texas Chainsaw Massacre collection, Volume 2 was. However, since then, since I set that up, um, they're releasing Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4Ks like it isn't nothing. The Turbine Shop is coming out with a media book. I had to get that, of course, to add. And then Second Sight come out with their limited edition. Big fat fucker looks really cool. Had to get that. And then just when I thought they were going to be here soon and maybe I could do that show next week, it looks like there's another one coming out. And this one's got a badass cover, and you guys already know it. That's just how I collect certain films that I love and adore. I must get all the cool editions of them. That's what my series, Compulsive Collector, was about. Collecting is about it's about whatever you want it to be. Don't let anybody ever tell you, oh, don't double dip, or don't triple dip. You already got that movie. You already got the best edition of it. Don't let them decide what the best edition is. Don't let them decide. You decide how you want to collect, and then you collect them however the fuck you want. As a matter of fact, I talked to a guy on Instagram that claims, and he had no reason to lie. And I don't know the guy very well. I just happened to, run across and comment on one of his photos because he was showing off the meat packing, the one that looks like a hamburger package of Chainsaw Massacre. He claimed to have over 100 editions of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, including VHS. I didn't know they had that many. So that's a perfect example. Do it however you want, however it makes you happy is the right. So as soon as those other three come in, I'll be doing Chainsaw Massacre collection. It's gonna be even. Oh man, it was gonna be badass when I showed it to you. Now you add in the Second Sight limited edition, you add in the Turbine Shop media book, and you add in this new, I think it's a media book, it's an awesome cover. It has the cover of, if you remember the edition of, oh, I can't remember exactly what it was, but or where it was from, but it was limited edition, and it was a box about this big, and it had a retro cloth mecha Leatherface in it. It has like a steel book or something, maybe a media book in it, posters and just different this and that and cards. And on the cover, it had a close up of Marilyn Burns's eye. Well, that's what's on the cover of this one that I just seen today that I have to get. And it pissed me off. I mean, I want it, but damn it, they're killing me, man. Anyway, see who we got going on here. If it's going to work, thank you very much. Oh shit. Hey Jerry, what's going on, man? Speaking of Jerry, Ninja, what is up? Oh, stop right now. I want everybody, if you guys would, congratulate my good friend Jason Ninja. He crossed 200 subs today, and I just wanted to say live congratulations. And if you guys could give him a thumbs up or congratulations, that'd be much appreciated. I know he would love it too. Nice job, man. Todd, hey, Todd, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming. Everybody, if you could give me that thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. That way this video will torment the earth. Hey Juno, how you doing? Prism, how you doing, Prism? Long time no see. I think you got that personal life going and hitting on all cylinders right now, don't you? That's why I've lost you. But hey, I understand. That's completely cool, man. Completely cool, completely understandable. Hey Maggie, how you doing? Hey, doing pretty good. Getting ready to show off. Probably out of all the boutiques I have, this is probably yeah, definitely the one that I have the most of. I started off collecting Arrow window slip covers, the one from like 2009. So I had just about all of them now. They're all fantastic. They're really hard to get a hold of. Um, and then I remember my very first Scream Factory was I didn't know what Scream Factory was yet. This was several years back. Um, my wife at the time got me The Burning, and we had some new artwork, and I was like, "Well, what's this?" You know, what I mean, I'm not the Burning is not the best, exactly the best Scream Factory artwork, but I thought it was pretty cool and interesting. Um, after that, I ordered from Walmart. I ordered Hell Night and The Howling, and then that was my next two. And I do believe numbers 4 and 5 were Exorcist 3 and Black Christmas, if I remember correctly. So thanks, everybody. Hey, Larry, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming through. Thanks for watching. Yep, we're getting ready to do some Screen Factories. Let me see. Yep, I got a shitload of Arrow. I got Scorpion, and building up my second site right now. Never got all the 88 film slasher collections that I wanted to get, but that's still a work in progress. I find them here and there. Of course, Vinegar Syndrome. I don't know a lot of them, Sam, but the ones I have are really good ones. Of course, the German media books I'm crazy as fuck about. Um, you know, Grindhouse releasing. Um, if you guys notice, right over right over here, you see a black hole. That's because usually you see movies over there. Well, that's because they're all right here. I got them in a certain order. That way, I can just stack them and put them right back in the same order and put them away. But yeah, very cool. How's about we start off with, let me see, favorite people on the stairs is my favorite. First screenplay. Very cool. Very cool. How about we start off with the Screen Factory Steel books? Number one, Fargo. I love this film. It's a kick-ass movie, man. Very well made. I wasn't sure they actually talked so much like that and everything until I actually met someone um, from up in that area. Wisconsin. The Wisconsin, Minnesota area. And damn, it's damn close, but it's great. They did a great job of building their own world, and this is a nice looking Blu-ray, nice looking steelbook. Good poster for that too. Um, Life Force. Steve Railsback, always great. If you haven't seen Ed Gein, go check it out. Also, the original Helter Skelter movie made a couple of years after they were convicted. He plays a great Charles Manson. I got this steelbook from my good friend John Steele. I got this and In the Mouth of Madness, and one more about a year and a half ago for like $65. Each. But anyway, interesting space vampire. Of course, Night of the Demons. One of the, I'd say one of the most fun horror movies ever made. You know what's funny about this is I always liked this. I didn't see it at the theater, but I recorded it on VHS off of like HBO or Cinemax, and everybody shit all of this all the time. Now, the last several years, I hear so many people, "Oh, Night of the Demons is so cool." You know what I mean? And back then, I couldn't get anybody to agree with me. People were like, "You like that? That's shit." No, it's not, man. Haven't you seen that opening scene with Quigley? Any scene that opens up like that with Linnea Quigley like that, it's got to be a good film, right? Not the best looking steelbook in the world, but still, the transfer, they upgraded the transfer on it, which was a big step at the time. Dante's The Howling, my favorite werewolf film to this day. The back, I think it looks better in the front, still a cool steelbook. Talk about a nice transfer. An interesting looking steelbook. Very, very creative. My buddy Valentine. Speaking of this, next Tuesday night I'll be doing a watch along slash commentary slash discussion on this, and I will be kicking ass and taking names because this film is very nostalgic to me. I know a lot about it. I have a lot of passion for it. So if you want to have a good time, come and join me next Tuesday night, and we'll be kicking some ass. My Bloody Valentine, original 1981. Speaking of fun, Slumber Party Massacre, you're also very pretty. Nice work there. Um, if you haven't seen the special features on this thing, I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy that plays the neighbor, the one that comes and takes the Barbie doll, had the trash, the weird acting neighbor, that acts like he's Mr. Cool because he won't tell the parents because she's smoking pot and all this. Well, that guy does an interview on that, and that motherfucker is weird, man. He is a very strange fellow. I had this conversation with Johnny um, over at Johnny's Boutique. Um, well, yeah, it's Johnny's Boutique now. But yeah, and that is a funny, strange guy, man. Let's see what we got here. Oh, absolutely, man. That is just, I remember. You guys have sour balls. Yes, we do. What is she says? I bet your girlfriends, I bet your girlfriend, I bet your girlfriends are pissed or something like that. Been a minute since I've seen him. Yeah. Let me see. With all the boys. Yeah, I do hope you invited some cute boys this time. Yes, I did. I'm gonna scare the shit out of them. Yeah. Oh, this thing is where all the evil spirits get their own free judge for tonight anyway. I've always been a Linnea fan, man. I think she is so yeah, sour balls that I would go time. It was very bad slash. Yes, it is, and probably has one of the best stories of any slash film. You know what I mean? People, you know what I mean? When you look at it as a whole, man, Canada has produced kick-ass horror, man. All the way from Cronenberg to fuck, man, Prom Night and Terror Train to Humongous. I'm a huge Humongous fan. You guys heard me brave about this forever until I finally did a watch along of it and made believers of several people. Um, and all the way to yeah. So I mean, it's just they do some good shit, man. They really do. And My Bloody Valentine is a prime example. I mean, it's even got a love triangle and one of the coolest, most badass final girls as far. I mean, she just. I always had a crush on her. I'll just put it that way. See an aftermath movie of Mouth of Madness. See how this works. But you're right, right, man. That's just that's that was definitely a step outside for Carpenter. In Australia. Yeah, that's a bitch, man. Ninja, you don't have an all region player, man? Take some advice from me, my friend. Get an all region player. It opens up every possibility. Took me a minute to get one. Now I have two, and I don't regret either one of them. You can get an LG, nice LG, and if you don't believe me, you can ask Pizzolo. He's had his same LG all region player for like 10 years or something, 8 or 10 years. It's good shit. It's like $150. It pays for itself. And they have some awesome leads. Oh, absolutely, man. Screen Factory, you know what I mean? Um, all the best boutiques are foreign for the most part, except Screen Factory. Now, if they just slow the fuck down and stop whipping out so many all at once, and that's where they fuck up. That's where they make these mistakes and then have to send out replacement discs. And Arrow did the same shit. They need to take a little bit of lesson from like Second Sight and them. Second Sight don't release a big bunch, but what they release is always right on. How is much better? American Wolf in London. It means oh my god, yeah, yes. American Wolf in London. It's just so much of a horror movie. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, it has its horror parts, and the wolf looks great. Don't get me wrong. But Rob Bottin, man, when he made The Howling, he was coming in at like 18, 19 years old. This guy created that shit. You know what I mean? And he was literally experienced, so he had to do it in the dark, which worked in his favor. Kind of like with Bruce the Shark on, with Spielberg on Jaws. The shark wouldn't work right, so they didn't show as much. Therefore, when they did show it, it was badass. Same aspect, right? Master much better. I have not seen that yet. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard good or bad about it. It's kind of like the same thing with the Terror Train. But I did hear the Terror Train wasn't bad. Visual remake. remake. Motel Hell. That's one thing Scream Factory is good at is putting out fun films, man. Vinegar Syndrome is good at putting out ones that people don't think exist anymore. Scream Factory is good at putting out fun slashers, and this is really cool artwork too. With Calvin. And right at the same time as that came out, this came out. Pumpkinhead. Talk about fun, man. Good shit. Lance Henriksen's the man. This is really cool. Brand new 4K steelbook of Carrie. I had to get steelbook of this because I have so many copies of Carrie, and this is artwork I didn't have. Check that out. Check that out. By the way, can everybody see me all right? I'm not pixeled up or anything, am I? This is nice, man. I have not watched Carrie in 4K yet. How does it look? Um, well, get an all region player, man. Get an all region player. And you can find places that don't cost you an arm and a leg to do the overseas shipping and all that kind of shit, man. It can be worked out. If you want Screen Factory, you can have it, man. There's no big hurry. I mean, as far as I know, we aren't going anywhere. Fuck it, man. I would put the money to it pays for itself. It really does. Any collector that has all region player and is able to get anything they want from any company because it plays all regions will tell you it pays for itself. Someone said Screen Factory. Yeah, yes, they did, Jerry. Jerry is the Screen Factory nut. I always thought I think my time was better than the Guard 3D. It is much better. I don't hate the 3D remake. At least they made it their own. You know, I can say that for it, and it was mildly entertaining. It had a very WB vibe to it. Could be because half the cast was from the WB, but oh man, yeah. See, makes outrageous. I'm getting to talk to you guys like crazy here, man. I'm not getting my collection here. I'll catch you guys in just a few minutes. Assault on Precinct 13. Kick ass film. Kick ass film. I know a lot of John Carpenter fans that have never seen this or never given this a chance because it's not exactly horror. Well, shit, man. John Carpenter could do more than horror. And the score on Assault on Precinct 13 is fantastic. Speaking of great scores, Fall. Got several copies of this as well. Love the Fall. Back. Nice, nice. Now here's 4K steelbook. Had to get this. Had to get it. This is my second Fog 4K. I also have the Studio Canal limited edition. The one up there. But I thought that shit was Escape from New York. This artwork's all right. At least it captures a good point. Now this artwork is really cool. Halloween too. Several copies of this film, and finishes off on your side. This is what I love about this. Of course, that whole scene, man, is badass. They had really good artist work. Halloween 3. My steelbook. That's the end of my steelbooks for now. I'm not done picking up old Screen Factories. There's still a few that I want. Not a lot because most of the ones that I want I have. There's about a handful I still want. All right, now how about some Halloween 4Ks? Original Halloween on 4K. Absolutely looks fucking incredible. And not only did they give us a 4K scan of the Blu-ray, but they also give us, a Blu-ray disc filled with pretty much, at least most of the features they put on the releases throughout the years. Good shit. Good shit. I have like 3 or 4 Halloween books. Halloween 2. Okay. So good. Now, the cover here, I like the cover of the original Halloween. This one, I think his head looks kind of large, but the movie looks really good. Halloween 3. I haven't watched this on 4K yet. So since I've seen Halloween 3, but I love it. Seen it at the theater as well. I absolutely adored Michael Myers at that time. Disappointed first, but you know what's funny about it is I still couldn't stop watching it. I still enjoyed this film. Now, let's get to the first 2 Scream Factory releases, collector's editions ever released. And most of you guys know what that is. Very first one was Halloween 2. Very cool, very cool. This came, I come late with this, so I didn't get that hat. I didn't get the nurse's hat. A little over late to get my hands on it. Halloween 3. I know a lot of people that have this that don't have that silver shamrock sticker. That sticker makes a difference with a collector, man. It really does. Good stuff. Now, how about some more Scream Factory carpet? Saw in Precinct 13. By the way, these are all these you're going to see right here. They're all the slip covers, and all right now are all collector's edition. Another edition of the fall. This number 3 so far. It's just Scream Factory. You know what I mean? A lot of good stuff. My son found Terror Train. My oldest son Drake, if you guys know who Drake Kane is, found Terror Train at a pawn shop with the slip. We got it for like $1 like 2 years ago. Escape from New York. I do not have Escape from LA. I don't require Escape from LA. I have Escape from New York. Escape from LA is basically the same thing, just not nearly as good. Get back to you guys for just a minute. Pumpkinhead, monster. Yeah, oh yeah, it is really cool too, man. I actually got a hold of that poster too. I didn't catch it at the time, but I got a hold of that poster from a guy that I know on Facebook. I got it for $15, that poster, and he really didn't want to let it go. It is fun film. I love the creatures designs, but yeah, that is surprising. All right, texture of the Scream Factory still. Yeah. Someone got some really good art on them though. They got that slick feel, and every little fingerprint is all over it. Yeah, like Scream Factory, they're fantastic, man. Fantastic. Great. You know, I mean, you get a collector's edition very seldom. Early on, you might have got a couple that didn't have as many on here, but they fixed that problem quickly. You're gonna get a lot here. Let me show you. I'm just okay. I'll just pull up and tell how. Now here we'll find good. Now, a lot of these, man, you're gonna get a lot of special people. Whatever's available, they're gonna have on there. Here, I'll come across one and really show you what's up. All right, look, this is Halloween 3. All this right here, man, special features. All special features. Let's get from New York on 4K. I haven't watched this yet either. I haven't had this for a long time. I'm looking forward to seeing this fucker in 4K. It was the one Carpenter I didn't have in 4K because I didn't catch the City of Canoe one. Prince of Darkness. Yes, we're knocking out all the Carpenters right now. I don't love it as much as a lot of people does, but I do like it. I remember renting it from a grocery store when I first seen it. It's called Lance's. It's like Lance's New Market. It's a grocery store in my hometown where I'm from. And you know, I rented that, and I think right around that same time, maybe Godfather 3. I hadn't seen it yet. Good anthology, body parts. Really good stories on that motherfucker. I especially like the one with Stacy Keach. Big Trouble in Little China. I'm not as big a fan as a lot of people is of this film, but I do enjoy it. My favorite part of the whole film is when they're coming and they're getting ready. You know what I mean? They're ready to go against each other. You got Kurt Russell and his people over here. Then you got their dudes down here, and girls who scream, ah! and he shoots up into the air, and the ceiling falls and knocks his ass out, and he's laying there cold while everybody else is fighting. He does great in that. I thought he picked that role up and kind of continued it on Tango and Cash, which was damn. The very last, I do believe, the very last role Christopher Reeve ever starred in and was walking, where he was still able to walk. So that's cool by itself. Vampires. See, more special features there, man. You got the cool spot right here, man. This is vampires, and that's not even, you talked about this earlier in the Mouth of Madness. It's nothing I got from Steel. See, right there, special features, man. You got you got 4K scan, the original film elements. You got new commentaries with Carpenter and producer Sandy King. Carpenter. Horror's Hollow Grounds. If you guys haven't seen that with name Sean, he does those. It's on YouTube. Horror's Hollow Grounds. If he's done one on a film, it's usually on here. Look at the film's locations, new interviews. Buck even interview with Greg Nicotero. Audio commentary with Carpenter and cinematographer Gary Kibbe. Theatrical trailers, TV spots, and more. So yeah, enough madness. One a lot of people talk about, a little underrated Carpenters, but I think it's a really touching story. And for some reason, it just gets me right here. And I ain't playing. I mean, I'm serious. Just seen this as a kid, and I love it. Starman. I keep putting myself in a place of Karen out. And she just lost her husband like 6, 7 months before. She's still heartbroken. She's still in mourning. She's all alone. And he gets out in the alien land, and he's able to, when he mixes in with some of the person's stuff, he's able to look just like them. He kind of just, and he grows up right there really quick. He looks just like him. So there, and she gets her husband back, kind of, in a way. And then the way it ends is so fucked up because, what's worse than losing your most loved person in the world once than more than once, Okay. Hey, Fred, how you doing? Song feature team, like I've heard. Yeah. Except they're hiding from the gang. Yeah, they're just like we're under siege. It's really good shit. The dude that killed me, he plays the main guy. I can't remember what his fucking name is. But of course, it's got Charles Cyphers in it, and you know what I mean. It's got Nancy Loomis Kiss, and a couple other people. But the guy that plays the main guy, man, the main smartass, you know what I mean? The big time criminal, Mr. Slick. It's the same guy that is in the Fog as the I think he's like the what you call it, the medical examiner. He's the one talking about, hey, no, I don't care how long he's been on the ocean. This dude's been down there for at least 2 weeks. You know. Yes, and it's got Ethan Hawke and Lawrence Fishburne, I do believe. It is good. I had to pull out of print 2017, still book from Screen Factory. New York is awesome. Yes, it is. It's different. It's that sort of version. Cool. Rio Bravo, yes. Rio Bravo, John Wayne. And shit, who else? Dean Martin, maybe, is in it. Well, yes. And God, I hear so many people talk shit about that movie. Oh, it's boring. And I mean, I have heard so much. I know you guys heard the same thing, and I don't get it, man. To me, the fog flies by. I started, and I get depressed because next thing I know, it's only got like 15, 20 minutes left. Yeah, it's got one of the coolest endings, man. I mean, what is better than that? That is a perfect ending for that. You still look better than Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fog is very underrated. Yeah, oh yes. Features are pretty good on Arrow. It depends on the releases too. Yeah, but yeah, Arrows. Unfortunately, they a lot of things the Screen Factory has had and released that they still own a lot of the rights to. Like you can tell the ones that are whipping out the 4Ks on them now. great character, very powerful acting scene. Yeah, it is so heartbreaking, man, because you got Kim Richards, you know what I mean? That played if anyone has seen Escape to Witch Mountain, she played Tia. You know, you got Tia and Tony, and they're basically witch and warlock little kids, and it's a Disney movie, but it's a real good one. I grew up on it, and they got their cat and shit with them. But she played Tia in that. She's also in a movie called Tough Truth, which is really good too. When she was growing up, she grew up very pretty. Um, but yeah, she's a little girl plays it, and her death is the whole reason why all that shit goes on. And I don't blame the dude. I'd have killed that motherfucker, dude. Like with the quickness. Like I'd have, so I'd have done it slow. You're going, you guys. Hey, thanks for coming by, Prism. I appreciate it, man. Check out the replay, man. I'll be showing a lot of good shit here. All right. Yeah. I have I have the I think it's the McFarlane Pumpkinhead right up there in the package, and um the Norris the Thing, and Bates from that, and the Fly. So that's ones I have. There's a lot of them I don't have. How many 1, 3, 5, 4, 3, 100? I do not understand. I mean, I know some people may like them and shit, but I couldn't believe it when Scream Factory whipped out Halloween. The Halloween 6, and then H2O, and you know what I mean. And I wouldn't have the balls to put Resurrection on, man. Or Sick. I mean, I now I'll grant you, I've never seen the producer's cut of Halloween 6. I've never seen it. All I know is that movie is all fucked up in several ways, man. I mean, she's having, it's a different, you know, it's not Danielle playing it, and then the girl's pregnant. It's supposed to be Michael's baby, and all this fucked up weird shit, man. I'm not sure if I can handle all that. That's when I give up on it. This is probably my favorite film. Where They Live, yeah. They Live's pretty cool too. I don't know if you've seen that. I knew I hadn't heard it, but I knew that Piper had orchestrated and choreographed that fight. I knew he had. Movies played for the family. Mouth Madness is really weird and wacky. I enjoy it. I mean, it's better than E.T. Fog was boring, and they gave it. Yeah, but these two are so wishy-washy, man. You know, Ebert loved Last House on the Left, yet he shit all over other things. You know what I mean? He's not a bird, man. And Cisco didn't like anything unless it was like French, and he calls the fog boring. Man, some of the shit that he likes, some of those fucking French love stories that he's like, God damn, man. When you watch a movie and it's only like an hour and a half and it feels like it's been on for 5 hours, you tell me what's boring, Mr. Cisco. Now, the Thing, first movie of the Thing, well, second Thing, very good, very good. Of course, everybody knows the Thing, the Thing Deluxe. They Live with the buy sticker on there. Make sure I had it on there. Just talking about They Live. They live on 4K. Yeah, yeah. I can't remember which way. Yeah, Keith David. I can't remember. Yeah, it's the dude in Firestarter. It's David Keith. Yeah. Creep Show. So, of course, everybody loves Creep Show. It holds a special place in all of our hearts, I think. Especially those of when this came out, I was 8 or 9. So yeah, I think Creep Show 2 is pretty good too. Funhouse, very underrated. I don't consider it a slasher. Most people disagree with me, but to me, it's more of a monster kind. You know. Anyway, Toby Hooper, very underrated. I have a whole big old thing to get into. You know how I am to get into on that, but I won't do that right now because I'll get carried away and distracted. Shit's been talked about Toby Hooper over the years. It's pissed me off. Funhouse, I love the film. Funhouse on 4K. Usually excited when these things come out. My Bloody Valentine. Got the minor right back there. My Bloody Valentine Deluxe. Yeah, I do it pretty often. I like to get both of them. All right, now where am I? Okay. Another Motel Hell. This is the Blu-ray version. I should have still booked earlier. Motel Hell. I remember seeing that as a very young kid. I remember seeing it on the USA's Commander USA or whatever his name was on the USA channel on Sunday afternoon. Alone in the Dark. We waited forever to get Alone in the Dark. We finally got it, and the art sucked. You know, I don't get it. You know, I mean, the colors are kind of cool, but I found out this is not the whole cover. There's actually a chick over here. I didn't know that for a long time. Silent Night, Deadly Night. I told a story about this movie when I went and seen it at the theater the other night. If any of you guys were there, you remember what I was talking about. If not, let me know. I'll tell it again. So I Deadly Night Part 2, it gets a lot of shit because it takes a lot from the first one. I thought it was smart filmmaking, you know what I mean? This guy, this is Ricky, he is over the top, but so is a lot of people, so is a lot of actors. He does all right. Garbage Day, I got his figure too, and also got Billy's. April Fool's Day, I seen this in the theater as well. This pissed people off really bad back then. This was disliked for years. But it's got my girl. It's got my favorite final girl of all time, man, Amy Stevens. And she does a fantastic job. And the dude played her boyfriend. He's crying, going, oh, and he's just so upset because he just knows she's dead. Did a watch of this a while back. Fantastic show. Absolutely love it. Too bad they never made that sequel. I think the ship was probably sailed on that one too. But it's really good, really inventive, really creative and original. Absolutely love it. Yeah, and that artwork kicks ass too. Now, another Carrie. I watched on this too, and it was one of my favorite watch alongs I've ever done. So much to unpack in those. Carrie Deluxe slip. Night of the Creeps. Ladies, your dates are here. Bad news is they're dead. Tom Atkins is the man, isn't he? I never thought it when I was a kid watching Tom Atkins in the Fog and the Creeps and Halloween 3 and everything. I never thought the one day I'd be sitting there going, man, Tom Atkins is the man. But I mean, look at what he does in Halloween 3. This guy's the most he's probably the most irresponsible father I've ever seen. But Stacey Nelson was pretty hot, so yeah, my Creeps. The Creeps Deluxe, one of the best artworks and best look covers they ever came out with. Fucking beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. And I didn't rest until I got this poster too, so I got this poster as well. Tons of them. But I had to get this one because I think this is the best artwork ever. The best original artwork Screen Factory ever put out. Candyman. I do not have that figure. I do not have his he plays Ray, I can't remember his name. But I don't have that. Is one figure that kills me that I don't have him. The Candyman. Candyman Deluxe. Legend Jerry probably has a lot of these deluxes and shit. Black Christmas, the most atmospheric horror movie ever made. I did a watch party on this. Supposed to have a partner for it, but kind of bowed out on me at the last minute. So I carried it myself. I am shit. I'll carry a watch along, but then I get to bullshit and hang out with you guys more. But Black Christmas, absolutely adore it. First time I've ever seen this. Oh my god, I was like 10 years old. I don't know if you guys heard the story, but I was staying with my oldest brothers because my oldest brother, of course, he was firstborn from my mom. She was like 16 when she had him, and she's like 33 when she had me. So we were like 17 years apart. And I passed out, 10, 11 o'clock. Well, when I wake up, I'm laying on, I'm spending like the week over there for like, during some vacation. I wake up and I'm on the couch and it's just starting. And it's got that part where he's looking at the side of the house and it's going, you know what I mean? It's looking real weird and shit. And all the lights are out and everybody's in bed and I'm laying there by myself. It must be 3 a.m. And it creeped the shit out of me. It was fucking awesome. Oh shit, the phone's about to die, you guys. Let me plug myself up here. All right. Okay. Black Christmas 4K. You knew I had to have it. You knew it. I had to have it. Now I wasn't so impressed with this transfer, man. I don't. I think this looks better than this. Tell me what you guys think. Anyone that's seen both or has seen this 4K, it's not the best 4K transfer I've ever seen. It's not. Very underrated, not talked about nearly enough. Hell Knight, absolutely love it. Kick-ass cast, fun cast, imaginative. It has a slasher, a monster movie, and a gothic horror movie all in one. Really good. One of my first Scream Factories too. This was my second one, and then the Howling Record. My very first, The Burning. I didn't see this until late, man. I didn't see this till I was probably an adult. So I remember, you know, it's a debate. People go over and debate Part 3, Part 2, The Burning, which is better. I like them both a lot. Terror Train. Now, this isn't bad. However, I do have to say that I have a Scorpion of this, and it is superior to the Scream Factory Terror. Trick or Treat. I did a watch along on this too several months back with Katie from Popping the Popcorn. Really, really cool. Really good anthology. Psycho 2, one of the better sequels ever, especially following on top of like an iconic classic like the original Psycho. You better bring it, and they did, absolutely, man. Tom Holland did, you know what I mean. Tom Holland's doing great too. Oh, 3, not so bad either. You know what I mean? Diana Scarlett, I'm not too big on her. I first seen her when she played in Mommy Dearest. Care much about her. However, what's his name? Look at his name, man. I can't remember his fucking name. He's not even listed on here. That's weird. I remember his name. If anyone remembers the dude that starts in his name, let me know. I can't remember. He was in a lot of horror shit. Now, these are almost like gold. If anyone who has all 3 of these is considered lucky by Scream Factory fans. First one, Sleepaway Camp. But wait, Sleepaway Camp 2 also looks so good. Also have this poster. I did have 2 of them. I sold one. And Sleepaway Camp 3. You don't see a lot of Scream Factory collectors having all 3 of those with the slips. Child's Play. I do not have 4K on 4K yet. I don't have Child's Play 2 or 3, 4K or anything like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about all of that. This is the one that I care about having, and it looks great. I may not go 4K. Nice artwork too. Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Very fun. I was gonna do a watch party of this last night, but or watch along. I don't know, watch along with this last night. I decided to do Maniac and decided to go, with the video nasty type aspect the next few Mondays. All right, let me see what's happening here. We got here. Yeah. Okay. I gotta go way back on you guys. Okay. Checks out that lab and sees the corpses vanishing. People who have been dead for years don't get up and Monster Squad. I don't get why people think Black Christmas is boring. Movies creepy and eerie. Oh, it is fantastic. Hell yeah. Skip the 4K Black Christmas. Still have the Blu-ray. Yeah. I would go on a limb and say that I prefer the Blu-ray over that 4K transfer. I'm like very underestimated. Hell yes, it is. Hey Eric, how you doing, man? Have a good night. I was late seeing the burning as well. Yeah, I probably didn't see it till I was like 20, maybe 30 years old, man. Yeah, Terror Train was a fun surprise. Yeah, yeah. Tree is a Halloween staple. Yeah, yeah, and it became that way like right away. And that world transformation scene was cool. Yeah, yeah. I think it's the only movie I've ever heard of where Anna Paquin wasn't getting on people's nerves somehow. I never understood that, but okay. Psycho 2 is a very underrated sequel. The soundtrack is great. Jerry Goldsmith. Yeah, I forgot Goldsmith. Yeah. Each fan Psycho 3 have it. 2 and 4 are really good. 4 really is good too, man. Now you talk about Black Christmas, you talk about Olivia Hussey plays a great nutty bitch in that, doesn't she? Holy shit. And Henry Thomas does really great right there. You know, we can talk about Jeff Fahey, yes. 3 is okay. I like the character as Duke, but this movie, all right, acceptable. Okay. Where to find those sleepaway camp sequels for fair price? Oh my god, yeah, fair shit. They're trying to fucking butt rape you, man. It's ridiculous. It's also Screen Factory Blu-ray still 4K. Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going with that. Man. Rewatch this video. Vampires. Yeah, there's one more thing I don't like about it, and you probably disagree with me. I'm not the biggest fan of James Woods. I'm not, man. There's something about him irks my ass, man. I don't know what it is. I've never liked him all that much. He just seems so creepy and he's just so shady and just slimy. You know what I mean? He's a good actor. It's his face. I said, yeah, I just don't like your face. You know, I don't like your face. Much better than the basement show. Oh, you talk about that series that was out for a while? Yeah. No, but Formiga did a really good job in it. Now, okay, last of this stack, Insult Massacre, The Next Generation. It's several bags of cats. Um, I think Renee Zellweger, she was at the point of her best cuteness at the time. And of course, Matthew McConaughey. I mean, you got to give it up for the dude. Once he started actually doing film, you know what I mean, doing some shit where he wasn't just sticking up his shirt and running around being a cutie boy. That motherfucker can act, man. Frailty, he won me over, man. I never looked back. Frailty's a master. All right, next stack here. Strangers. I have a better copy of this on second sight, but I like this one here. No. Urban Legend. First Urban Legend. I also have another copy of this. I have the films Urban Legendary and Bloody Mary and all that. Not bad. Decent cast. It was right in the midst of that late '90s thing. Valentine, what as bad as I thought it was going to be, got a really fair good price on this. Um, there's a lot of things about it that I like. You just got to take it for what it is. It is what it is. You take it for what it is. Cool. No, and it's funny though because I that's not bad, but I don't like the I Know What You Did Last Summer. Not really, I don't. I passed on that. House of Wax, not bad. Can't hold a candle to the original with this price, of course, but it's all right. Now that cover art, I'm not sure what's going. I'm not sure what they were doing there. Must have been Tin Joint Night or something. I don't know. Dawn of the Dead, one of the greatest remakes ever made, alongside Fly, Thing, and Evil Dead. Those greatest four remakes ever made. Day of the Dead. Now we're getting Mr. Romero. Love me some Day of the Dead. It's fantastic. Hear the just getting ready to whip out with the 4K of this on Screen Factory. This is going to be one of the next ones, guys. Day of the Dead. So don't go out and pay those ridiculous prices for it. Land of the Dead. Did watch with Night Watch Zone this a while back. They also did Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead. I don't know. Not one of my favorites, but not bad either. Creative. I love the black and white here. I'd love it even more if they were to give that Land of the Dead like a red, really bright to stick out. Looks really good in front of black and white. Return of the Living Dead. I seen this at the theater with my mom. Summer. We almost went and seen Day of the Dead, but they wouldn't let me in. They was playing at the same time. At the mall, Day of the Dead was playing, and in a place called Raintree Plaza, this was playing. Same time that summer. We went to see Day of the Dead, but they would not let me in, not even with her, because it was unrated. So no one under 18 would be permitted, even with a parent. So, I was pissed. I was bummed. Went and seen this. Wasn't bummed long because I loved the shit out of it. Next thing you know, I was using my G.I. Joe guys, and I was making Return of the Living Dead Part 2 and 3 and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, Return of the Living Dead. Fun, man. So, I had to get the 4K, right? I haven't watched that 4K yet. Looking forward to it. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. You know, a good price on it. It does have Tom Matthews and James Karen in it. Ben Ashbrook. Well, now the next one, Part 3, is much better. Of course, they just got too hokey in it. I am with my horror. I don't like for it to get too hokey. Here you go, Ninja. Here's my copy of Night of the Comet. Screen Factory. I don't have it on Arrow at this point, but I do have it. Now I don't know what the special features are like on your Arrow, Ninja, but this particular one is not. It's one of the less that I've seen. This and Terror Train are probably two of the worst special features. But man, I remember seeing that first time. I was like 10 years old when it first came out. Demon. Speaking of Linnea, yeah, there we go. Is it? What's her name? Roger. Where are you going? Marty's just God. Good stuff. Good stuff. Punk ahead. There you go. It's been so long since I had seen some of the original artwork of this thing. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's not the only one. Pumpkinhead's one of those ones that had a few different ones. You know what I mean? You just have to. Now these right here are a couple more that were really hard to get a hold of. For people don't like to let them go cheap. Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers 2. I know. I'm not here. I know what the director did and this and that and the clown house and all that shit. Okay? But I like these films, especially the first one. I do separate to a limit. I separate the artist from what he did personally. And when I first liked this first Jeepers Creepers, I had no idea about any of that shit. But Justin Long, as you guys know, he was just in Barbarian. And that's the best performance I've seen him do. That's the best he's shown fear. In Barbarian is the best he has shown fear since that one particular scene in Jeepers Creepers when he's like, freaking out, not long before he loses the fucking where his eyeballs are all of a sudden. Jeepers Creepers right out of his head. The Howling. Ooh, yeah, good. Ooh, good. One of the better original works. Well, not original works. Remissions or whatever. Ginger Snaps. I know a couple of people who I actually met one particular guy who does not like this, man. Doesn't like it. And I expected him to like it. He likes the sequel, especially the last one. The prequel where they're back in like the 1800s or whatever. Doesn't like this one. I was blown away by it. Not much of a teeny bop fan of this guy. Doesn't like teeny bop shit much. Dog Soldiers. Bad transfer. However, good movie. Low budget. It's British, I do believe. Is it British or is it Australian? Scottish, Scottish. Okay, okay, but a good film. Um, yeah, budget wouldn't go home either. No, I seen this one also at the theater. I seen this one with my mom too. She's taken me to all of them. I haven't seen this, and absolutely Silver Bullet, very cool. Very, it's also very nostalgic. I think Gary Busey is absolutely brilliant in it. Freedom and he's slapping the cars down, and he's in there, piss on the Indians, piss on yours, you know what I mean? And just his mom's getting pissed because he's drunk and dancing around like my fool. Lawnmower Man, we're getting into Stephen King now, as you can see. Lawnmower Man. Just picked this one up. Got it so cheap. That's crap. Speaking of Jet Li, I do believe he's in Misery. One of the greatest fucking villains that's not even meant to be a villain that I've seen in a film, man. That's one thing about Stephen King, man. Stephen King can make my fucking villain. I was watching the Making of It documentary. It's like a 2 hour documentary. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but it's on YouTube right now, free. If you haven't, check it out. And he was talking about how well he can make a goddamn villain, man. And it's just Sleepwalkers. Didn't see this theaters, but read it when it came out with my girlfriend at the time, girl I went to the prom and stuff with. He told me about the first love thing and all that. Really strange. It was strange. I wasn't sure what to make of it at the time, But as times went on, I like it more and more and more. That is kick ass. You can't deny that. Did a watch did a watch along of this. Fucking loved it. Firestar, great. She is great in it. Sheen's great in it, of course. She Scott's always great. And David Keith, man. David Keith is so underrated. I've seen him do tons of work in the 80s and maybe the early 90s, and he is always great. You totally believe that he is her father in this. You totally believe they have that relationship. John Carpenter was originally going to make this film, but it's really funny about it. He was going to make it. I talked about it before, um, but the changes they had made to the script and the screenplay had got it too far away from the book. So he decided he wasn't going to do it, right? Well, by the time they got the other director, I can't remember his name, but they had made more changes on it, and then it was back to more closer to the book again. So I'm sure John Carpenter is a piss motherfucker. How about some Wes Craven, Deadly Blessing, underrated movie. You don't hear a lot of people talk about this. This and it's another one too. Running can't think of the name of it. There's another one. It's kind of got the same type vibe and same type look to it. People on the Stairs. They just announced this 4K. I think that is great artwork. I've seen this at the theater with that same girl, the one with the phone with and all that kind of stuff, and her dad, and her brother, and his girlfriend. So we've seen it there, And I didn't realize that guy. It plays, the one that plays the main guy under the stairs. The littler guy. What's his name? Shit. I don't remember. But it's the same guy that's in Laid to Rest as like the computer guy that's on the computer. When they batch him up out of his home and make him help him, and then he ends up getting the glue shit shoved in his ear. Poor guy. I didn't realize it was him for a long time. Surfing the Rainbow. This is the other one I got. Crazy, crazy, crazy show, man. Les Craven's no. Les Craven's great. Deadly Friend. I hadn't seen this when I got this. I got for like $20. Slip is brand new. I hadn't seen this since shit. Let me see, what year did it come out? 86. I was 13 at the time. I probably hadn't seen it since then. Since I was 13, 14, the only time I'd seen it. I thought it was okay back then. But, it's not someone I watch all the time or anything. It's got some really cool scenes, like the basketball making the head explode. Fantastic. All right. What we got here? Let me catch up. I'm going to catch up. I catch up in my chat. I'm a big fan of Ginger Snaps. Damn, did I go that long, you guys? Sorry about that. Creepers is very original. Yeah, yeah. And it's good, man. Unfortunately, they can't seem to put the shit back together. And Ginger Snaps, really. Don't like Ginger Snaps, huh? I heard it's a pretty bad transfer. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. They screwed the pooch on that one. They had 4K out. Yeah. I think I'm getting the second sight one. Go up on Silver Bullet. Oh, absolutely, man. We'll just have that Blu-ray. I know transfer wasn't great, but I still enjoyed it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Amazon. Yeah. What? All the time. Gary Busey is a blast. Man, Gary Busey was so good, man. It's too bad his brain's all scrambled up now. You know what I mean? And Corey Haim, like I said the other night, Corey Haim has always been my favorite of the Corys. Hey Dan, thanks for coming through. Hey Jamie, thanks for coming through. You guys give me a thumbs up. Appreciate it. So this video can torment the earth for all time. I'm not big on Fresh Fire, but much better than that whole remake. I didn't hate that, man. It just, seemed that lesson. Winter Southern, yeah, man. Ninja got it. It's off to races now. On the stairs, yeah. It's just one of those shows, man. Plus, you get a much younger Ving Rhames in there. You know what I mean? You got and that couple, that brother sister couple. Them two are fan fucking tastic. You remember the dude? I can't remember his name. The dude he plays the preacher and the werewolf in Silver Bullet. He goes to the theater, huh? Wow. I can remember seeing it when being on the theater. We were young then, very young. This is my all-time favorite. Um, really, Screen Factory Blu-ray, and it looks great. Rated thriller, yeah, and kick-ass, kick-ass newly commissioned artwork too. Serpent and Rainbow had weak features, but yeah, there's a few of them that do. Most of them got really good ones, but here and there, like Terror Train, absolutely blows those features too. If you can get a Terror Train, get the Scorpion. Serpent and Rainbow had weak features like Buffalo. Up on the stairs. Mark Craven to use two people from Twin Peaks. Go, yeah. All right. Next day. Green Inferno. I happen to be a fan of it. I think, and I think that artwork is fantastic. I have a poster. I think this is one of the only better films like horror. He didn't use a lot of cheap, torture, and even though the film is what it is, which is basically, uh, you know, an homage to, cannibal, apocalypse. But I think he does it well. He doesn't rely on gore. He doesn't rely on the torture and all like the hostile. You know what I mean? I I, I think he did a good job on it, guys. I really do. Cat people, very odd, very different. You got Natasha Kinski there. She was very sexy. One of the few women around that could wear short hair really well and still look really, really good. Of course, my favorite that can wear short hair is, of course, Hayden Panettiere. I think in Screen Forward, I've never ever seen a woman wear short hair and look that attractive. And I thought it was absolutely beautiful. This is a strange Malcolm McDowell, man. I don't know what it is about Malcolm. I like Malcolm, don't get me wrong. But is it just me, or does he seem like he's almost playing, especially the last 20 years or so, like every role he's playing the exact same way? Like he comes off as the same character every time almost. It's like he shot his whole wall on Clockwork Orange. Clockwork Orange is brilliant, one of the most brilliant performances ever on screen. And it's like he used up all of his, it's like he spent it all up or something. I don't say he's bad, but he can, he's like he hasn't convinced me in years, guys. He really hasn't. Every time I've seen him, it's like every time I see him in a movie, it's like he's the same character he played in the last, except for the Zombie Halloween 2, where he was a total fucking dick, and it was still the same character, just being a dick. The Cemetery 2, Clancy Brown is fantastic. First time I ever seen Clancy Brown was in a movie called Bad Boys, 1983, I do believe. Sean Penn, and it's also Mason Tony and a few other people. But he was really young in it. If you haven't seen Bad Boys with Sean Penn and a young Clancy Brown, check it out. He's very entertaining in this. Clancy's always great, man. Always great. He makes the movie. He really. Dreamscape, really weird. Dennis Quaid at his creepy, most creepiest. You know when Cher is saying you're creepy and saying that you're a freak, then you must be a freak, man, because you know Cher was a naughty girl for many years. So if she says that you're too much, then something's fucking wrong with you. Like work, that's right. It's absolutely not when it comes in full on brutal. Well, I mean, better than not medallion. Yeah, yeah. It's going to voice Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob. Yeah, he also did oh god, a video game. I can't remember what it's called. That's my son. My youngest son. We played it. Between Worlds or something. No, but it's a game where he looks just like him. And he plays a detective, and they're looking for this killer. I can't remember the name of the damn game, but I think it is a damn good game. He was also in Blue Steel with Jamie Lee Curtis. Remember, like before Jamie became an asshole. But yeah, it's great. Former husband to PJ Soul, one of my favorite horror chicks of all time. Phantasm 2. I wish they had the original mic, but they didn't. Me and Eric go way back on these Phantasms. He absolutely loves this one here. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as the original. But I have two of these slipcovers. The other one is back there with my Phantasm setup, and it is signed by Angus Scrimm. Talk about fun, and you talk about this coming Monday. I'm going to be doing Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, and it has what in it I think is one of the best actors walking the face of the earth. And Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer was his debut role. That's Michael Rooker, of course. You know him as Yondu. You know him as Merle from Walking Dead. In this, he's a poor sap, a poor soul. His wife is, I remember correctly, she's fucking around on him or all this, or she's thinking about getting ready to, not paying attention, and he just kind of set. He can come off however he wants. Michael Rooker is great. Um, he's so brilliant that he made a detestable, horrible, slimy fucking character like Merle likable. You was sad to see Merle go by the time he died in The Walking Dead. But this is a fun fucking show, man. It's living fun. I enjoy it much, 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 much. And if I remember correctly, it is music's by Tyler Bates. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yes, written and directed by James Gunn. That's what I thought. Let me talk to you about invasion movies. I love the original. I have the media book of it right up there. Kevin McCarthy is fantastic in it. I think the one that plays female lead in that is one of the most beautiful women I ever seen from that era or any other in the original. And it's a great, great show. By great director and great actors. But this one, Nicole Kidman was okay too, and all that. This one is the best Invasion of the Body Snatchers movie ever made. This motherfucker is chilling, man, chilling, and I think it is just brilliant. Very young, Jeff Goldblum in it, being Jeff Goldblum, but brilliant, brilliant movie. Absolutely adore it. I love the short and small little cameo by Leonard Nimoy in it. Priceless. I don't know what's up with this artwork, but this is one of my favorite David Cronenberg movies, Rabbit. It has a porn star. She's getting ready to become a porn star at the time. We're right in the middle of being a porn star, Marilyn Chambers. And she does a great job acting in it. And just like David Cronenberg himself said, he didn't understand why she didn't want to do legitimate movies. Because she didn't choose. She didn't choose. She chose. Well, she chose. She chose to stay in the porn industry rather than going legit. I don't know. But see, you see a lot of features right here. Tons of people on this. Lots of good shit. But good. His second actual studio film. All right. Squirm. Weird, man. Worms. Yeah, worm. But cool. Different. Not the easiest to get a hold of either. This was not easy. I got this one late. It wasn't easy. It took me a minute to find it at a reasonable price that I want to pay. So hard for me to explain. Just if you haven't seen it, I think it's on Tubi or something like that. Just stream it and check it out. See what you think. Good luck. You like it? Good luck finding it at a price you want to pay for that screen. I haven't opened this yet. I've seen it since I was a kid. Alligator on 4K. Event Horizon. They talk about a lot of really cool connections with this and Hellraiser. I was watching. I can't remember the dude's name, but he was doing a video on YouTube, and he was talking about it. It made so much sense, man. Sam Neill, always great, of course. Um, this gets really, you watch the first, say, third of it or half of it, and you don't expect what the hell's coming, man. You don't. You do not expect that to come, and they really go for it in this. Rick Cass, Sam Neill, Lawrence Fishburne, got fucking, oh my God, Kathleen Quinlan's in here, Jolie Richardson. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Let's see who else is here. Yeah. Good, 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 good. I was talking a few days ago or 4 weeks ago about our horror directors that we've lost, and I showed you Romero, I showed you Craven, now I'll show you Stuart Gordon. This is a really good one. This one is not talked about much. Um, Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton almost like switch roles, almost like switch places. Good guy, bad guy. I'm gonna be honest, really cool, really underrated. People talk about Reanimator a lot, but I think this is damn near just as good. All right, I was so happy to do a watch along with this one, and I did it. It's my opinion, the best doll movie ever made, including the Puppet Masters, including Chucky. Dolls, adore dolls. Dolls is fantastic, so well made, so well acted, such great chemistry with everybody in it. Really great. Good luck getting a hold of this motherfucker too. People just be scalpers. Just get on my nerves with that, man. They know something's out of print. They know people want it. So what do? Yeah. Tim Curry. Yeah. Well, what is that? What happened to Tim Curry? I think he had a stroke, and he was such a lively guy. I mean, he just exuded life and just passion, and now I seen him in that documentary, that It documentary, and it was really sad. That's cool. Oh, hell yeah, it is. Like the Blob. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ain't no computer. And Horizon just came out. Did it? I missed them. Beyond just got 4K Reader syndrome. Yes, yeah, yeah. I did see that. Barbara Crampton, man, classic. Still doing shit. Still on top of the game. Still looks. He doesn't look near her age. Still beautiful, man. First thing I remember seeing her in was Body Double. She was a real small role. Craig Wasson, plays the main, you know, the main character in that movie. Brian De Palma's Body Double. He goes home. He does. He loses his job and he goes home. Because he's got claustrophobia. He goes home and he hears her, giggling and whatever. He walks to his bedroom and she's riding the fuck out of this guy. And it's Barbara Crampton. First I remember seeing her. Check out Dolls. Oh man, watch Dolls, man. You haven't seen Dolls? You gotta see Dolls, Gotta see Dolls. Dolls is fun. It is great. Tales from the Dark Side movie. Really good. Great role from Deborah Harry here. James Remar, great in the Gargoyle when trained on Chong. I got Christian Slater and uh, fuck, names are escaping me this evening, guys. It happened. Dick Smith does a lot of shit in this, but yeah, he's in the opening one. Christian Slater is. What's his name from Fargo? God damn it! And I can't believe I forgot his name. Everybody knows his name. Anyway, he's in it with him, and it's also got Julianne Moore in it. See, I remember Julianne Moore, but I can't remember anyway. Ah, Tales from Crypt Demon Night. Now these are interesting. One's a little better than the other. You got Billy Zane here. It's an interesting role. This dude here, I can't remember this fucker's name, man. William Sadler. This guy is in everything. From oh my god, Jesus Christ. This guy's he's just one of those guys where you see him and you go, oh, it's that guy. Well, that guy's name is William Sadler. So, you see him in everything, right? Remember he was in The Mist. He's the dumbass that got the kid killed back in the storeroom. Tales from Crypt Border Over Blood. I do not have Tales from the Hood. Looking to get it. I have Poltergeist 2, but I'll talk about that here in a minute. Poltergeist 3. Main selling point to this one is, of course, Tom Skerritt, and Nancy Allen is, she's right up there with PJ Souls and all of them for me. I got a handful of the top 5, and Nancy Allen's right up there. Got a great autograph picture of her. Yeah, Poltergeist 3. Other than that, not a great show, but 13 Ghosts, lots of fun. We've been talking a lot on And Horror for All. Me and Knight have about about Matthew Lillard and the whole Stu character and all that, and Scream. Um, but it's been beat to death over the last several weeks, so really fun. Every ghost in it is got serious fucking trouble, man. Like I wouldn't want to get caught in any of them. Perfect example of a movie that's got a great beginning and then it's just kind of okay throughout the rest. Ghost shit. When I first seen this beginning of this, I was high about shit, man. I was like, whoa. Then no, you got the dumbasses eating shit out of cans. It's been there for 80 years or something. They're surprised it's got maggots. I mean, come on, man. It might be a can, but also in Haunted Hill. It's a sleeper. Not too much said about it usually. It's got mundane, just kind of blah blah artwork. But it's not bad. I prefer the original. The Blob, kick-ass remake. Shawnee Smith is a bad motherfucker, man. She is great in this. She was even better in The Stand. I loved her nutty character in that. We talked a lot about her in Horror for All as well. Yeah, good remake. Kevin Dillon, Matt Dillon's little brother. One of the first things the first live stream I ever did was review the first live stream from my channel. What I ever did was review with my son, Drake game, of this movie, The Craft. I love The Craft. I'm a big Farouk and Bulk fan. And this was Dave Campbell right before she made her first scream. But really, really, really good. Craft kicks ass. And I don't think the sequel's horrible either, actually. I didn't think it was terrible. I thought they put it together all right. Now, you talk about a film. I went and seen this, like I said, I've said it 100 times. I've seen this at the theater with my buddy in 1990. And it was one of those times where just me and him were the only ones in the theater, right? The only ones. And for years, people shit all over this. They, you know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. It didn't stand a chance, no balls chance in hell. But George C. Scott is fantastic. You got Scott Wilson in this as well. Scott Wilson, in case you don't know, played Herschel on The Walking Dead. He was also he also played one of the duo in the original In Cold Blood. Done tons of shit. He was also in Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon. He plays the mentor to Leslie. It's a guy himself buried underground. And what can you say about Brad Dourif? Brilliant in this movie. He was fantastic. I seen it. I didn't think it was terrible then. I didn't think it was as good as it came about it because I mean, think about it. You go from Extras 2, and no wonder anybody in theater, they missed out on a good movie. They should have named this Legion, and if Blatty would have had his way, there wouldn't have been the exorcism scene at the end, because on here you got his cut on here, and it's not real great quality, but he puts it together, and it ends when he says pray for me, and he shoots him. There is no exorcism scene. It's a straightforward, basically a straightforward murder type mystery. Karis body just happens to be possessed by the serial killer. But fantastic, always great. Last stack of the um, ones with the slip covers. Now, trigger warning: the entity. You got a problem, or you kind of trigger anything with sexual assaults or anything like that, do not watch this movie. This is based on a true story of a woman in California who said that there was ghosts or demons around her house that would nightly assault her and rape her in her sleep, in her shower, everything. This is a true documented story. Barbara Hershey is great in it, um, but it can be hard to watch. So if you ever, just so you know, in case you ever decide to watch, but good show. One of the best remakes of all time, Evil Dead in 4K. I did a watch along of this. Um, had a great time with it. I discussed this on American World and New Jersey's channel. I had a great time with that. Um, um, let me see. There's been 3 or 4 different things I did with this movie, and it's fantastic. Fede Alvarez does a great job on this. And in case you guys haven't heard, Hulu is doing an alien movie. It's called Alien Romulus. And Fede Alvarez is directing, and Ridley Scott's producing. So we will see. It's going to be on Hulu, just like Prey was. The Predator doing the same thing with Alien. Hopefully they do as well, because Prey wasn't bad. Prey did all right. Dragging Me to Hell. Great artwork. This is really close to be. I mean, this is in the top three to five. So this film, yeah, pretty decent. Pretty decent. Classic for the woman sucking on shit. Yeah. Silent Hill. A lot of people don't like it. I think it's all right. It has a vibe to it. It has a vibe. And you talk about some more good artwork. It kicks ass. Badass. Not horrible. 1979, the very first ever actual American Dracula remake. Frank Langella, probably the sexiest Dracula ever. I mean, he actually walks around. He don't have a shit button. He just got a shirt open. You know what I mean? He's strutting, man. He's got his mojo. This has got one of the most terrifying scenes. For some reason, it scares the shit out of me. When they go to visit, it's Mia. I can't remember if it's Mia or anyway. They go to check her out because she's the first one to get killed. They bury her, and they find out what's going on. So they go to check it out, and they find out she's dug through the bottom of her grave, and they pop down through the hole. It's got Donald Pleasance. It's got a lot of great actors. Donald Pleasance, Keaton Milligan. Like I said, oh shit, the Rick Langella, Laurence Olivier. And they pop through that hole, and she's down there, and she's a vampire, and she's scary as fuck, man. She scared the shit out of me. I remember seeing her as a little kid. I was about 7. It scared the hell out of me. Christopher Lee, second best director of all time. Love Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee is fantastic. Second or third best Hammer director. One of the greatest actors of all time, and this is such an underrated movie, man. Frankenstein created woman. This is a good ass show. If you had a chance to watch it, but you passed it because you thought it was going to be stupid, give it a shot. It's really good. This one, Curse of Frankenstein, the first one, where he plays Dr. Frankenstein, and this one, that's the 2 best ones by far. Good show, man. Peter Cushing is brilliant. Vampire Lovers, another Hammer horror vampire flick. Not bad. Then the opera. Not so, but the only family opera that I really truly like, I mean, it's not bad. I really truly like is the one with Lon Chaney. The Silent. That's the one. That's mine. That's my thing. The pervert King Kong. Um, at this time, you gotta understand. At this time, this was 1978, 79. No, damn, 76. And De La Renta and all them decided to redo this. Well, it's got a young, sexy, attractive, Jessica Lange. She was just getting ready to her stride as far as acting goes and win Oscars and all that kind of shit. But at this time, she was a sex pot, and they make sure they sex her up really good in this. A young Jeff Bridges with long hair and a big old bushy beard too, and this one very young, and it's very cool. It's also got oh my god, Charles Grodin in it, which is brilliant in Midnight Run, and she's got a couple other two. Since she's like Old Times with Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase. It's 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 different. Like King Kong's all right. This is all right. It's not terrible. It's, Stacey Keach, Jamie Curtis, the acting is decent. I found it to be pretty slow though. Not bad though. Not terrible video games. You're a disease, and I'm the cure. Stallone with Cobra. This is right at the height of the muscle flexing Schwarzenegger Stallone showdown at the box office, and these guys were, they were flexing, and all the music, oh man, this was a fun time. We made this right after Rocky Four, so you're talking the era you're talking about is shit, right about the time, shit, right in between the first Terminator and Predator for Schwarzenegger. So it's interesting. I haven't seen this slip cover too often, but I have it. Pretty good. Great killer in this, man. He is really convincing as a crazy nut. How about a crazy nut? Charles Bronson, 10 to Midnight. This is so underrated and underknown. This has got a killer that is he you know he likes to kill young girls. Well, he's first of all his clothes and gets naked first and goes. I guess he's just trying to make sure he doesn't get no blood or something. I don't know. But Charles Bronson. This is one of the best Charles Bronson films ever. Really good. Check it out. 10 to Midnight. Vice Squad. Season Hovley. At this time, Season Hovley, the main chick, she plays a character. She's a prostitute named Princess. And at this time, she is married to Kurt Russell in real life. She's also in a brief diner part in Escape from New York, where she gets pulled down through the floor. But Wings Hauser, he was on Roseanne for a couple seasons. He played Daniel Harrison's dad. He's brilliant in this. He plays a character called Ramrod. And he is basically an abusive, murderous killer, psychotic pimp. And this is a good show. Good show by Squad. Mad Max, young Mel Gibson. Mel's breakthrough, man. Mad Max, good show. Hard to watch. Just a couple of things happen here, really sad. Good show. Probably the cheapest Screen Factory Collector's Edition you're ever going to find. Class 1984, you talk about some trigger. It's got a couple of things happening in it. It's fucked up. But Perry King does a brilliant job in this. It also has a very young Michael J. Fox. It's got Ryan McDowell in it. It's got one of the Van Pattens. It's got Timothy Van Patten. Good show. That's 1984. I want to get the little one films of that. All right. That's it for the collector's editions for now. All right. Let me catch up here. Let me catch up, talk to y'all for a minute here. Three, went on three. Okay. Yeah. But, it's got good actors in it for rest. I always enjoyed, found it great. Ghost Ship, yeah, Ghost Ship's not. I mean, it's not horrible, but it doesn't keep up with that. That original scene gives a great punch, man. Well, I buy a Screen Factory without a slip? Not anymore. There's two collector's editions that I have that I do not have a slip for, and I want to get those two slip covers. I got those. I just happened to come across them, get them a good price without the slip. That's why I did it. I wouldn't do it again like that though. The Blob remakes. Yes, it is. It's probably about number 5. I would say. That's very awesome craft. I love the craft. extremely underrated bass performances. Yes, the guy's very powerful. Yeah, and and that wasn't even the ending that Blatty wanted. And they ended up doing it pretty well. He said he wanted to. Yes, it was his favorite movie. He would play that. Yes, he would play that and he'd chant. He'd rock back and forth when he was getting ready to. Yeah, I should have called it beat. Yeah, yeah. But that remake is one of the most violent remakes. Insane gore and violence. Yeah, man. He didn't fuck around over this, didn't really want to see the original color timing on that. Right? Yeah, the nine was better than the rest. Well, really? Okay, cool. I like them both. Yeah. Robert England Family Opera film. I haven't that no, I have not seen that one, I haven't. Hey Sean, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming through. Such a bad it's actually yes it is, No, not all, man. But I got a good yeah, I got a pretty good amount. Usually. I need Children of Hood. Um probably a handful that I need. Um, 10 to Midnight Raceway. Good show, Sean. Man, it is. I was also in Watch Tree. Yep, Children of Hood. Yeah, that's for a very movie. Also, like last 1999. All right. Fender Bender. I was pleasantly surprised by this. This is an ISC film, I believe, or some shit. No, maybe not. But pretty decent show. Not bad, man. Got a killer deal on this. I think it was like $8. Slip brand new. Backcountry wasn't bad either. It was all right. Killer deal. Man, I got it for like $6. The lesson. It's all right. One time I was just trying to play catch up. To get catch up. With some of these you know, because I knew one day people would be trying to charge a shitload more for them. I knew it, and I'll be damned if they're not doing it. I thought I'll see a Jane Doe. I don't like this one as much as a lot of people do, but I do like it. I have seen them. I do like it. It's fantastic. Um, fantastic with Brian Cox and shit. Pie. I like this better than a lot of people do. There's one really scary part in this, man. It's when she's outside and you can hear it come outside and she's looking and it's down at the ground real low and you can just barely see it. That fucked with me. Awesome looking movie. The Harvest is badass. Michael Shannon is a bad motherfucker. And so is she. Remember? You see what's her fucking name? God damn it. Remember her fucking name. I can't see. Samantha Morton. You remember? She played the Whisperer, the head Whisperer, one of the saving graces for that season of The Walking Dead. She did a great job in that. But she is even nuttier in this than in that, man. And Michael Shannon, oh man. If you haven't seen this movie, watch this movie. It will fuck with you. If you're kind of soft hearted or you're sensitive at all, it will fucking upset you. I guarantee you. But I mean, I'll upset you to a point. It's not gonna. It's not like killer or something or some shit. But you will be affected by it. It's a great film. I recommend this to anybody and everybody. It's one of those films that anybody and everybody will like. And my last slip of this is the Babadook. Now, people, listen. The Babadook, if that would have been put over right to begin with, we wouldn't have this problem with Babadook. I didn't like it the first time I seen it. I was expecting a horror movie, and it's not, unless you consider the little kid the boogeyman. You know what I mean? Which he's definitely boogeymanish. But take it from his point of view. He lost his dad. His mom's a basket case. She's flipping out. She's gonna find out she's basically the fucking boogeyman, right? She's lost her shit, man. She ain't right. And he's just kids only react and act in accordance to what you're doing and how you are. The only two people in each other's life basically was each other. So the only person that little kid had to go off of was her. Any kid is going to be an annoying asshole out of control with that kind of surroundings, man. I'm telling you, he was just acting out because his mom was batshit nuts. If you take it from that, from a drama and a thriller type thing, But if you go at it with a horror movie, you're going to be disappointed. You're not going to like it. Try to get anybody don't like. Try to get past the fact that the kid's annoying and understand why he is. Every kid is an annoying asshole when his mom, parents, whatever, are not paying attention to him or they're abusive to it. Just whatever. She's all he had. You know. And he didn't know how to act. He didn't know how to react. He just didn't know why she had lost her shit. He had no idea. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, got to, man. There's still a few I need. Bender, the character. Yeah. Like the Babadook still do. I have the second side of it, which is so much better. Look, it might be annoying. He's on point with that character. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying, man. Really, a great little actor, man. And that character makes sense if you watch the whole film and you watch it with open mind and you actually pay attention to what's going on. And you understand how a child reacts when that kind of shit's going around them. Their dad just died tragically. The mom ain't been right since, and it's been a long while, man. The kid is just kids are just a product of what we give them and what we, and what we give them and what we have them around and how we are. How we are is how they're going to be. Leviticus films. Really? Very cool. Very cool. I didn't know that motherfucker. That's very cool, man. I thought about it a couple years ago. I wasn't impressed. Man, didn't get the hype. People go at it. Try it again sometime with an open, fresh mind. From what I've said, if you for what I said, or if you haven't, that's fine. But just try and don't look at it as a horror movie because it's not a horror movie. And there is no Babadook. You know, the mom's the Babadook. And forget about the hype. Just look at it as just and check it out and try one more time sometime in your life. Just try. Just try. Yeah, because so I tell everybody, cool. All right, now done with that. Now I'm going to reach over here, show you the one Screen Factory DVD. I actually have a couple of them. I have the Day of the Dead DVD that I got with my mirrors and shit here. This has never been opened. I've seen this. This is entertaining. I don't get why some people don't like this battery. I think it's a very imaginative and fun and entertaining song. I think it's a very cool, fresh way to go about it. It entertains the shit out of me. I love the way it is. All right, now let me show you the two collector's editions that I have that do not have slipcovers. Damn it. Darkman. And those where I can get a slipcover to this thing. Reasonably priced. Don't be sending scalpers at me and none of that shit. I definitely know what I have. I know what I need to pay. So these scalpers can kiss my ass on both sides. Not my first rodeo. And Poor Guys 2. I know what this motherfucker cries for. That's the only two collector's editions I do not have slipcovers. Yeah. All right, now let's do this. Last little strip here, guys. Hang with me for just a few minutes. Maybe bullshit for a minute if you guys feel like it. Final Terror. Fun early 80s slasher film. It's an adventure type slasher, man. It's got Jesus Christ. It's got a very young Daryl Hannah, which I love Daryl Hannah. She's well here. Adrian Zmed from Bachelor Party and T.J. Hooker. Shit. You got Joe. I can't pronounce fucking now. It's got a lot of young people in it. It's got the kid that was in the Heavenly Kid. And it's really good. I like it. Original Summer Party Massacre. Knows You're Alone. First film appearance of Tom Hanks in a movie. This time, I do believe he was in Bosom Buddies in the film. Not bad. The killer, killer not bad here. You got a couple of good kills in here. Demented. Rape Revenge. She's definitely demented. X-Ray, also known as Hospital Massacre or some shit like that. X-rated. We got Barbie Benton in it. She was a big deal with them. And Schizoid with Klaus Kinski. He's a little more now, I think. But the only double feature that I have. Final Exam. Kick-ass classic 80s, early 80s slasher, man. This guy shows up to this campus and he has absolutely no reason at all. You don't know who in the hell this fucker is. From the beginning of the show, you have no idea who he is, where he came from, why he came there, why he wants to kill people. He just does, man. And that's it, you know. That's it. That's all. No motive. He just comes and starts killing. I think that's fantastic. They just said, fuck it. Fuck a backstory. We'll just have this from here and start moving. Legend of Hell House. Good show. Just got this one as a matter of fact, like a week or so ago. I had to add it to it, man. It's really it's cool and creepy. It's a cool 70s book. Got Pamela Franklin, of course, you know, Ryan McDowell. It's pretty good. Witchboard, classic, very cool. Tonic Chain, the guy that played Patch way back in the day on Days of Our Lives. Um, Stephen Nichols, remember he played Patch? Anybody watched Days of Our Lives in the 80s knows who I mean by Patch. Steve, I think it was actually. Good show. And this is the one that has the Evictors on it. On the DVD has Evictors, but the original found the dreaded sin. Sunday. Good show. Looked up True Case. It is a true case where people don't know. Just never solved. And then here's the Evictors. I had on DVD there, you know, as an extra bonus. But they come out with this limited. They found some back or something. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I went ahead and ordered one real quick. It didn't cost much at all. The Body Snatcher, Boris Karloff's one of Boris Karloff's very best roles. He plays this grave robber, and he is absolutely chilling in it. Great movie. Great movie. Any Boris Karloff, any Universal fan or anything like that, you want to see some good shit, some good Boris Karloff, this is good Boris Karloff. Love Boris Karloff. Scarecrows. Anybody who's not seen this, I recommend this. This is a weird, creepy ass show, man. It's low budget. You don't got any actors in it that you really recognize, anything like that. But they all do a really good job, and it's a good and it's good, man. I mean, it's got good. When they say scarecrows, you know, some shows, you know, they talk about scarecrows or whatever, and you know, at least these scarecrows really aren't a problem. These motherfuckers are a problem. But what it is uh, this group forces this pilot and his daughter, he owns a big plane, to go and rob the military and a big bunch of money and shit military. And they go on this plane and they take off. Well, one of the guys decides to get greedy and wants it all for himself. So he snatches it and hops out of the plane and drops down there in this field in this area there. So they have to land and go in there. Well, this happens to be a house that's been abandoned and it's got these scarecrows around. It's creepy. Talk about atmosphere. Good atmosphere. Kick ass atmosphere. The Sentinel. My mom loved this film. This was a made for TV film. It's got a very young Chris Sarandon in it. It's also got John Carradine in it. It's got Jose Ferrar. It's got Bruce Meredith. Basically, the Sentinel is a person that stands watch and guards the gates to hell. So no one can get, you know. For a made-for-TV movie, it's got some shocking parts in it. Pretty good, not bad at all. Check it out. I've seen that since the time I was about 4 or 5. Another good slasher. It doesn't get much shit at all. You know what I mean? People talk about, you know, what is it, Trey Falls or whatever. I think this kicks the shit out of Trey Falls. This is, you know, these motherfuckers don't fuck around. The guy playing the male lead part is the guy that played, I think I don't remember which American Pie it was, but he's the one that plays Stifler's little brother. This guy is. And what it is, he's fascinated with this movie, and no one has ever got to see, you know, the finished product of this movie. And it's like part of lore, and he wants to be a filmmaker, so he goes and gets the guy's daughter and tries to talk her into, you know, tell him secrets and where blah blah blah, this and that. Well, I'll just leave it there and let you guys check it out. But the hills run red. Good one. Good one. Good slasher. One of the first ever, I think the first ever car movie, evil car movie. Car. James Brolin, Kathleen Lloyd, and both Richter sisters. Kim, we saw about earlier, from Skid Witch Mountain, and Saw in Precinct 13. And it's also got Kyle, her little sister that played Lindsay in Halloween. First ever actual evil car movie that I know of. Nightmares, a cool early to mid 80s, right before Emilio Estevez really got started getting famous. He's in this, and he plays this kid that goes to arcades all the time, and he's hooked on this one particular game right now, to the point to where this is the kind of anthologies that are lessons. It's also got and it's Hendrickson in one of the stories. It's like 4 or 5 stories, but they're all really good. It's called Nightmares. Now, talk about found footage and one that can't, if you're not, if you're not a hardened horror, really hardened horror fan, there's certain found footage films that can really affect you. Megan is Missing is one of them. That's a rough one. The last 10 minutes of that is absolutely rough. And I'm hardened. I've seen it all. And the last 10 minutes or so, that fucked with me. There's parts in this that fucked me a little bit too. It's well done, well made. Anybody that bitches about it and says it's not good, I don't understand why. I mean, everybody has their own opinion, but I think this is well done. And this girl that plays that girl that he keeps captive all that time is absolutely fantastic, man. Great performance is great. Good, good show. The Poughkeepsie tapes. And, I still got the box sets, but the last one of the non-collector's editions, all this Blu-ray DVD combo, is classic, man. Absolutely cool. Very cool. Now, let me get these box sets real quick. Oh, man, I'm sitting there sitting on my phone. I do not have the Halloween collection because I don't like most of the Halloween film. And that's funny considering the original Halloween is my favorite film. I like Halloween 2, I like Halloween 3. Halloween 4 is all right if they had a decent mask. But the rest of them, no thank you. Price 13 set. Cool. Oh, yeah, here. This one here. Shit. Oh. Bring these over real quick. It's gonna be fun putting all this stuff back. I don't have it all together. Fly collection, all pretty much decent movies, man. The original Fly is good. Current Flies are not bad. The Cronenberg Fly is fabulous. Even the sequel to that one with Eric Stoltz in it, not bad considering. Great collection, man. Omen collection. First 2 Omens, I love the first 2 Omens. I grew up on them. Nice box. That's when they was making their boxes good and strong. But yeah, Omen 2, even the Final Conflict, even the Final Conflict. At least it's got Sam Neill, you know what I mean? So it's not. Number 4, I haven't seen that enough to in the remake. I didn't really pay attention to, but I do know that Lee Schreiber is good. Wreck collection. I like the first 2 Wreck movies a lot. I haven't paid much attention to the other 2, but I think I love the reveal in Wreck 2. All right. See you later, Juno. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Before long, I'll be doing Chainsaw Massacre. I'm also going to be doing my Arrow. So, go back here and check this out for a minute. See. Battery. Slowly. Yeah. The battery's entertaining. Massacre is very cool. Yes, I can't wait to do Slumberparty Massacre and Sleepaway Camp. And I think I'm going to, I think I just about have to do Sleepaway Camp too. Much better than yeah. I like to give it a shot though. The remake. Yes, yeah, I mean, it's Scarecrows is great, man. Yes, you get a bunch of different Scarecrow shows, but that one is the one I like. It's been fun seeing the collection on the screen. Good night. Yeah. All right. But the Rec, I love the reveal in Rec 2 when you come to find out they're not infected and they're not, all this fucking possessed, man. I loved that reveal. I was not expecting that at all. Was not expecting it. All right, my last three Scream Factory things, y'all. Thank y'all for sticking around with me here. I don't have collection 1 and 3, but I do have collection 2, which has most of his best films on it. And this one is fucking ridiculously priced now. I paid $40 for it. I think it goes a couple $100 at times now. It's Alive. I don't know anybody's following these. The original It's Alive is absolutely fucking priceless. I love it. It's right there. It and Basket Case are like in the same, you know what I mean? They're like in the same universe. Cheap box. And talking about a cheap box, but somewhat hard to find, and one that most Scream Factory fans, if they don't have it, they want it. I paid about a year ago. About a year ago, I paid $37 for it. It's in damn near mint condition. I've seen it before. I don't care about all the rest of 59,000 Amityville horrors and all that. It's about time with all the plot and all that bullshit. Now, I seen Amityville 3D at the theater. The 3D wasn't bad. It was all right. But the movie, sucked. It's got a young Meg Ryan in it, shit like that. But it's Able to Possession's pretty entertaining. It's actually got some decent shit happening. It's a loose take, and it's a loose prequel on what happened with the DeFeo. And of course, the original one, it's got Margot Kidder and James Bullen. There it was. There was my entire Scream Factory collection, guys. I don't know how many films I just went through, but why? Almost 2 hours. Holy shit, guys. Wow. Long time. I liked Versus Alive, man. The Davis baby, yeah. Let me see. What's the tagline to that? Hold on. God damn, what is that? What does it say? What does it say? This is Larry Cohen. Larry Cohen's something else. God, what is that tagline? I can't remember what he says, but it's fucking funny, man. Something, it's a lot. Oh no, there's something wrong with Davis. It's a lie. That's a commercial. You know that guy that always in the voice for the horror movie? There's a problem. It's a lot. And they get a lot of good movies. Yeah. Well, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I mean, I didn't know it was gonna take me 2 hours to show all this to you guys. But if anybody knows where to find a slipcover to Poltergeist 2 or Darkman, let me know. Please. Good price, of course. Now finding a decent price on Poltergeist 2, Darkman, better chance, but still. Most people have that shit or scalpers and they're greedy, and I hate greed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ninja. I appreciate that, man. And congratulations again on your 200, man. I'm proud of you. You kicked ass, dude. You're getting it. I'm 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 still a little bit away from free right now. I'm getting it. Ain't no big. I'm getting it, but I do have a goal. I want it before my 50th birthday, and my 50th birthday is May 14th, and I shouldn't have a problem, right? Next watch party, Maggie, is Friday. My next watch along is Friday, and it is 11 o'clock, and it is Friday the 13th for the final chapter. Let me pray. Friday the 13th for the final chapter, and then Monday will be another one. That will be Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, followed by, and this is the month for it, Tuesday, the very next night after Henry, will be My Bloody Valentine 1981. So I got 3 of them within the next week. And if we get all these Chainsaw Massacres in here, I'm going to do, of course, it won't be 2 hours long because I don't got 300. I don't have 300 Chainsaw Massacres, but you know what I'm saying. One guy said he's got over 100. Isn't that the shit, man? I can believe it. Oh, here, while I'm at it. This whole Fangoria. This this is a Cronenberg Fangoria, and it's got Sliver on front of it. Oh, check this out. This is Scanners when Scanners were still new. It's got Mother's Day on it. It's got Altered States. This is Fangoria number 10. Oh, exactly one. Fangoria number 10. And Scanners was brand new. The original Scanner. Oh, check this out. Here, I'll show this to you too. This is Fangoria number 6. When Empire Strikes Back was brand new. Sweet. Sweet. Oh, when the Funhouse was brand new. It's number 11. I want the one with worm face. There's a couple of them that I really want, and one of them is the zombie flesh eaters that's got worm face. So yeah, definitely come and join up on it Friday night, man. Because if you like Red People, you like Red People. It's probably got the best total cast ever assembled, and probably one of the best pure slashers ever made. Jason's pretty good, Crispin Glover, Ted, you got the thing. Open the bottle. Ted. Oh. Ted's in there. He's already dead. Lawrence Monison from Mask and Last American Virgin. So you know, oh, man, kind of drained after all that. I don't know how I get drained just showing off collection. Oh, that's what I was going to show at the very beginning when I did it. Screen Factory. Like that. But yeah, I'm thinking about after I do the Chainsaw Massacre, I'm thinking about doing the arrows. I'm gonna do the second fight also. But the arrows are the ones I got the second most of, I think. I believe. But I just don't want to do them all at once because it'd be one of those 7 or 8 hour fucking streams, man. I ain't trying to do that. So, oh, no. A little more energy. I'll get back together here in a little bit and do one. I might throw my ass back together here in the next 3, 4, 5 hours at 2 a.m. in the morning. May pop in here with a watch long. You never know. So if you want to join me, just be looking out. It may happen. It may not. If not, you guys will definitely see me Friday night. I thank everybody very much for coming. I appreciate it. You got to see all my Screen Factory shit. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys did. And yeah, I will see you then. Don't forget. Catch up on episode 4 of in Horror for All. It doesn't got it's kind of weak compared to the others. People aren't watching it as much. Kind of making me feel like you guys. That's my baby, and people aren't watching it as much. It's not my that's my baby. I created everything in that, man. Put all my heart and soul into that one. I wanted Mike to be with me and everything. You know what I mean? But you know, if it fails, it's going to be on my ass. It's going to be, and it makes me look like shit because Knight's all successful and shit. Everything he touches is gold, right? But yet, this last episode of Horror for All didn't hit as good, and whose fault could that be? It's not his fault. Everything he does seems to hit good. So who's left, right? Just makes me feel like that, and I think anybody, you know. But yeah, go check that out. And also, I've been doing every Sunday night. Me and American World from New Jersey, immediately after the Last of Us plays on HBO Max, we get together and we discuss and review and we talk about it. So that's also in my playlist. So if you want to check that out, you got some extra time, check that out. check out and I also got in my playlist is also the End Horror for All. So if you like, if you want to hear some upcoming news shit, and me and Night banter back and forth about it. So episode 5 will be coming out sooner or later. I'm also getting ready to start my own news type show. For because he's busy and got as much time as I do. So he's definitely stuck on time. He's got himself spread, thin every direction. So um, we can't always get our heads together and do the show together. So so I want to work every week. I want to do a horror news show every week. So what I can think of is, since we're doing that show together, I will just start one where I can do it solo. And then still, when he's able to do that, he and I'll still do that one together. Works for me. Cool. But thank you guys very much. I'm gonna go rest. You guys go rest, take it easy, all that kind of shit. I will see you hopefully back here Friday night. Thanks again. Much love to all of you. And don't forget, I am, you guys are not. Have a great night.